what? He's like 6'4". He's like 315 pounds.
Yeah.
If you come in my house and I'm 6'4", 315 pounds, I'm putting these paws on you. I'm putting these eagle talons in your neck, and you getting yoked the fuck up. And the cop's gonna come like, oh shit, you picked Fletcher Cox's house to roll up in?
Like, fuck, you should have just shot him. It would have hurt less.
Yeah. No.
All right, welcome back. This is the Take the L podcast. I'm your host, Zeek Jones.
This is the wise Amigro.
All right, we got a loaded show today. Whole bunch of topics to get to. So let's start off with the recap of the Thursday night game. The Redskins versus the Vikings.
It was actually surprisingly not as bad of a game that I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
The Redskins looked like they wanted to play offense. It looked like they came out hard. You know what I'm saying? They was ready for action, but they only put up 9 points.
Yeah. They kept it close.
They got down there. They just couldn't put it in.
Right.
I guess the Vikings didn't really show up as much as I thought they would. I expected them to be lights out.
Oh, I think everybody thought that, especially after seeing how Kirk Cousins still played good.
Yeah, he played good.
But after seeing how Kirk Cousins played over the past few weeks, I think people were thinking like,
yeah,
30 plus.
It's going to be crazy. Dalvin Cook played good. He's a stud. I didn't realize how much. I don't get to watch very many Vikings games. That man is good.
And that's what I was saying at the beginning of our show. Not the beginning of this show, but the few episodes ago. Dalvin Cook is in my top 4.
He is definitely in my top 4. That man is shifty. Yeah. He'll run you over. But they got a good backup too.
Yeah. Oh, Madison.
That motherfucker is Dalvin Cook 0.5 or some shit. That motherfucker's good, bro.
Yeah, he seems good.
But yeah, Diggs went off. All I think he would have needed was a touchdown to cap off the night. He had 140 some yards or some shit.
I think Diggs needs to be on the team where he's the only receiver.
Oh yeah, 100%. He needs to be the star receiver on that team.
Yeah, because he just needs to be fed.
Yeah,
and a lot of times they go to Thielen because he's in the slot, and quarterbacks feel better with slot receivers.
Diggs was so hyped; he was out there trying to truck motherfuckers. Yeah. Like he wouldn't even run out of bounds. I'm
fumbling the ball and shit. He was going hard.
I liked it. He had 143 yards. I'm not sure how many catches he had. Maybe 8.
I think it was 7,
something like that. But he had a hell of a game.
He absolutely did, man.
I think it was a good game. AP didn't really have the revenge game that he wanted. He had over 100 total yards, but
I feel like as an individual effort, he did good, but you can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, he still looked like he out there being all day. You know what I mean?
Dude, whenever I hear people say like, "Oh, AP's old, he's this, he's that," I'm like, it all comes down to system.
Yeah.
If your system's good, your O-line's good, your pass game's good, you can have a run back that may not be that great.
Yeah.
And still perform well. Like LaShawn McCoy's a good example. You got him coming in, Gimpy, he's always hurt.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have the top end speed that he used to have back in the day, but he still seems shifty as hell.
Yeah.
And when he gets in the open field with Kansas City, he looks like old Shady. You just got to have a good system around you.
I just don't get it because they said that he had like a high and a low ankle sprain or something. That motherfucker's legs weren't working. He was out there jump cutting. And
I saw this. I've never heard somebody having a high and low ankle. Like, just say he sprung everything. Like,
yeah.
The whole shit
the leg broke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It ain't working.
Yeah, and he went out there and played.
He still played good, yeah. How long do you think he's going to be able to hold this up for?
I feel like AP is he's going down that Gore.
He's going to be on a different team every year type of thing.
He's going to play until his brain doesn't work anymore.
And then you're going to be like, oh, he can still run the football, but he's just not. If somebody comes out in the league that's a better running back, he'll be second fiddle to that.
Yeah, I think that's the best right now. Is because you don't want to get this dude 20 carries a game. I mean, he's 33.
Yeah,
I think the best case scenario for him would be to get on a team that wants to run the ball a lot and give him 12 carries a game.
If old boy's kneecaps could stay together, that he'd be in the ideal situation. But that man's knees, who he's backing up, are made out of Play-Doh. I don't understand it.
Wait, who?
Darius Geis.
Oh, Darius Geis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That man, that's not a good start to your NFL career either, though.
Yeah, I don't even think that the Redskins ain't going to get it, period, whether if Geis was there or not. The organization, I think, is just too fucked up.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, you talk about this game here. Dwayne Haskins.
Dude.
Trash, right?
I think the more I see him play, the more I realize why they just like so hard to commit to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't look good.
Right.
And I mean, he's a rookie. he didn't play. I don't think he had a very long college career. Did he do 1 year or 2 years?
Yeah, he did. He did 1 year as a starter at Ohio State.
Yeah.
And that was it. And he had a great
he had a great year.
I think they said during the game it was something like 40, 50 touchdowns and like 7 picks. It was something nuts.
I think when he comes in, though, you can really tell that he's not some stud. I mean, his vision didn't look good.
Right.
You could tell that they're protecting him at quarterback. They're not giving him like the crazy throws to throw. Crossing routes is what they're giving him. They're giving him shots to the tight ends, to the running back. He almost threw a pick. He threw like maybe 7 passes, and he almost had threw a pick. And I'm like, bro, if it wasn't,
he threw a pick.
Did he?
He had threw a pick over the middle to.
He did throw a pick.
I think to McLaurin.
Before that, though.
Yeah. Oh, before that,
when he snuck that motherfucker in there, and it was a lucky. He should have had 2 picks then, because it was it was absolutely. He's not good. I don't.
And I think that goes back to an organizational thing as well, because I've heard stuff saying that. Hey, he's like not seeming like he's the most motivated player. He's not giving his all in practice. Like, it's a whole bunch of negative things around him. And so it started to look like a lot of Jamarcus Russell with this guy. The thing that I think that kind of gives him out, and I'm not saying it does give him out, but when you realize that the head coach didn't want him, it's Vince Young all over again. Like when you knew Fisher didn't want Vince Young, but they had to keep going to him because Kerry Collins wasn't like the guy. It's the exact same thing. Like, the head coach didn't want him. They end up firing the head coach. New head coach just wants to run the ball and is a little bit more willing to put him in there. But he spent so much time not being ready and being outcasted by the head coach that was there a week ago that he's just not ready right now. This shit is not going to happen overnight.
So you think this is a case of like next year maybe he'll be a solid starter?
The only way that next year is going to work is if they make Callahan like the head coach. But I don't think they're going to do that. So he's going to end up having a situation where he goes into his second year. He's going to have his third head coach.
My issue is, why do you draft a quarterback so high after you pay a guy to come in and play quarterback? Because now you got the fans wanting, we want Haskins, motherfucker. Right. You drafted him in the first round. We want Haskins. You got the coaches like, bro, this motherfucker ain't really that good. But you don't have a choice. So now if you draft a quarterback that high, I go back to the Ravens. But you have to treat them how the Ravens treat Lamar Jackson.
Getting the perfect treatment there.
You have to build if your quarterback is if you draft a quarterback in the first round, you're telling that guy, hey, you're going to be our franchise quarterback. So you have to treat it as, you have to go get the players for him. You have to develop the scheme for him. I don't know if he's fast or not.
I think he's fast, but that's not his skill set. I saw him moving around the pocket. He seems kind of quick, but he may have that Baker syndrome where he thinks he's quicker than what he is.
So I feel like you got to get the perfect scheme, perfect players, and the Redskins don't give a damn about that. So he'll succeed. He won't succeed as long as they don't give a shit about it.
Dude. And this is like history for them, because I remember watching Kirk Cousins there. Or even, let's go back to RG3. All right. So you got RG3. They bring him in. They have a Shanahan there, Father Shanahan, and the kid Shanahan, sitting there running this great, perfect scheme for him. They embraced him. And then it's just like, it starts falling apart. They get rid of the head coach. And then it's just like, oh, but by the way, we also drafted insurance in the same draft as you. A guy that we kind of wanted more than you. So guess how long your rope is going to be? Not very long. So okay, you lost 3 games in a row. Okay, all right, let's get Kirk Cousins in here. So Kirk Cousins comes in. They seem to be supporting him pretty well, but then they did this weird shit where they got rid of all the receivers. And it's just like, okay. So I remember Kirk Cousins going into his 3rd year, and his receivers were like a punt returner and Jamison Crowder. It was like a 5'7" dude and a punt returner. That was just 2-star receivers. And I'm just like, okay, they're not supporting him. They get him out the door, bring in Alex Smith, and it's just like, okay, like the team's not good. And like now it seems like some of the other things are kind of materializing around Haskins, but the O-line's not where it should be. The leadership like decide if they want to run or pass the ball between these two head coaches that have been there for the past couple of weeks. That's not where it should be. So how do you expect him to come in and be anything but what the organization is, has been? The
plus side though is that while the Redskins receivers seem like nobodies, they seem talented.
I like them.
They seem very talented. So that's a plus for if they're ever going to move on from fucking old boy and give Haskins the actual keys to the team. But I don't know if they're going to do it.
I do like their receivers, especially for young receivers. They got 2 rookies.
Yeah.
One of them can absolutely play. One looks like he's going to be able to play. He's real physical. I know. Did you see that slant he caught early in the game? He tried to truck some cornerback.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
So I'm all for
you got one that's physical, one that's fast and got hands for days, and then you have I think it's Richardson.
Yeah.
Who is another speed guy who seems like
they look decent. Real good.
So they look they got something there. But yeah, it's gonna take some more years of development. It's gonna take getting the O-line that can protect these guys.
If they can stick with the team, I feel like they'll be good. If they can just add and not just start selling.
Yes, and that's their problem. They always start selling. That's a good, that's perfect.
If they can add without selling anything, they will be okay.
Okay.
I think, I don't, granted, you'll never hear me say the Redskins are winning the Super Bowl or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they can get back to winning games.
Yeah, I agree with all
I'm with that.
All right. So, on another receiver situation, those trades that happened last week.
Yep, Emmanuel and Muhammad. Yep.
Now, when I first saw those trades, when I mentioned this on the last podcast, I was all for the Patriots paying that second round pick to get Mo Sanu.
I mean, I was kind of on the fence for it, but when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, maybe Sanu would be the number one guy if there wasn't a Julio there. So I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe he is up there for a second round pick. So yeah, I was with that.
So you was with it?
I was with it.
See, I was with it because I only can judge him off of what he's been. He's been on 2 different teams.
Yeah.
He's went from AJ to Julio. I just realized that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, it should be good.
It should be good.
Like, you're never getting double coverage. Like, you're in a slot. You may end up with a safety on you a lot of times or a linebacker. It should be good for you. And so it's just like, I'm watching this guy. It seems like a good situation. But then the whole premise, I'm thinking Gordon's outside.
Okay.
And they're trying to figure out what to do with Sanu. I'm guessing either making him the second or third option on the team.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know this last week, but they put Gordon on the IR. With plans to release
without him
man.
Fucking knowing.
Without him knowing.
Yeah.
Surprise to him.
Hey, motherfucker. Guess what?
Coach walks in there with a cell phone. Hey, you see this little Twitter thing right here?
You see this thing on Instagram saying that you was on the IR? Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Pack your shit.
Yeah. So now, instead of it being like a dominant number one, which Jordan has shown he has been in the past, he hasn't been that this year.
Yeah.
And then Julian Edelman, who's a beast in the middle of the field, probably, in my opinion, the second best slot receiver in the game. And then now you got Mo Sanu just coming in as a third guy. All of a sudden now it's looking like Mo has to be the number one guy on the outside. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but Mo Sanu runs a 4.7.
That's not fast.
Yeah,
that's not fast for a guy getting covered by a corner.
Yeah, I only know one 4.7 receiver like in the past 20 years. I heard Jerry Rice run a 4.7 and all stuff like that. But in the past 20 years, I only know one successful 4.7 guy.
Who's that?
And that's goddamn Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, but that's because of his position and what he plays, how he plays.
How he plays, yes, basically. So unless Mosen is going to come in and gain 30 pounds and,
start trying to take linebackers on head on and shit.
Yeah. So unless he's going to come in and do that, I don't see how this works. I feel like this is going to be, put it like this. I found out another thing. The Patriots wanted to draft Mo Sanu.
Okay.
That instantly made me dislike Mo Sanu. Because if the Patriots want to draft you as a receiver, that's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good at all.
Okay.
That probably means you're not a good receiver.
Have they ever drafted a good receiver?
I do. The best one they've ever drafted is Julian Edelman, and it took him 3 years to be a starter. He had to sit behind Wes Welker for 3 years, learn the position. He was a quarterback as well. He was a quarterback out of college. They set him behind Wes Welker.
So they drafted him as a quarterback or as a wide receiver?
They drafted him, I guess, as a
as an athlete type of thing. Okay.
Knew they were going to convert him to receiver, but it's just like kind of a shot in the dark. Ended up worked out great. He's really good.
Yeah.
That's the best they've done. There's no other deep threats they've ever drafted. All their historic receivers have came from somewhere else. Randy Moss, Randy Moss's history. You ain't got to even mention that. Wes Welker came from, I think he got drafted I think he signed initially to the Dolphins, then went to the Chargers, and then went to the Patriots.
Okay.
Like, there's no other guys in the past 20 years that they've drafted or liked that wasn't already in the NFL that they were able to do something with. Okay. So knowing that they wanted Mo Sanu.
They got a bad eye for receivers.
And they like them. So they're bringing them in. I'm just like,
Okay.
So there's just certain things you don't trust in football.
Yeah.
I don't trust a quarterback that's handpicked by John Elway.
That obviously we've seen that.
We've seen this go down terribly.
Really, a ton of times.
Yeah, I'm not trusting a receiver picked by the Patriots.
Okay.
But there's things I do trust in football.
Okay.
An O lineman or a D lineman picked by the Cowboys.
Okay.
A linebacker or a tight end picked by Baltimore.
Yeah, they do that right.
A linebacker or a receiver picked by the Steelers.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is like
some teams get it right.
And they get it right over and over again. And some teams get it wrong over and over again. Quarterback by the Browns.
They get that wrong.
Wrong over and over again. So it's just like, just knowing the Patriots like him, wanted to draft him, would have drafted him.